The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the WD Black the Esports Club Rainbow Six Siege League, powered by LG Ultragear Association with Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games the Shop. I'm your host, Foxtrot, and joining me is Blackjack. Blackjack, how are you doing today?
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much, Foxy. I just recovered from a fever myself. I was out for a couple of days. But right now, I am feeling absolutely beautiful and ready to cast once again for all of our dear viewers at home.
Oh yes, definitely. This is going to be one hell of a match that we'll get to experience. Mercenaries facing off Demon's Force. I mean, I've personally waited for this for a really long time. I've got to say that. So Kishima Goat from the side of Demon's Force has been it's been a force to be reckoned with. If you'd ask me, it's been that demonic force. While the Mercenaries has had themselves a nice roster change. In fact, Ninja Freak from Reckoning Esports has now gone to Mercenaries. That is taking the place of Daft, obviously. So Mercenaries, I wouldn't really say you've got to take them lightly, because they're here to win and they're here to fight. And more than that, this is the first time Mercenaries will be making it to Division 1. That means they have finally crawled their way back from Div 3, Div 2, and now to Div 1. Blackjack, any thoughts you have to add to that?
Well, for one, the fact that Mercenaries have made it as far as they have is an absolute achievement. And it is very well done to them to have made it to Division 1 in Season 3. And best of luck to them and, of course, to Demon's Force for further games that we're going to have across not just this season, of course, all the other seasons upcoming in the WD Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. The matches today, of course, are going to be, for that matter, very exciting as, if I just go over the list here, we've got, of course, Demos Force versus Mercenaries, the first match on hand for today. But then we've also got Level 3 Esports versus Never Diamonds, another game that should be very interesting indeed. If I remember correctly, Foxy, Never Diamonds, excuse me, actually went undefeated back in Season 2,
yeah.
Division 2, didn't they?
I've got to say this to everybody watching, and in fact, a discussion that I think was pending between us as well. Never Diamonds are on another level recently. I think they've been stronger than ever, and more than that, it's amazing to see them. They're such a good roster, performing, not performing, and more than that, they're also satisfying their fans. You know, it's happened to be such a fan favorite show whenever the Never Diamonds happens to play, and I cannot wait to watch that match. Never Diamonds will be facing off Level 0 Esports, and that is going to be one hell of a match that we'll get to witness. But coming back to this match, though, looks like everybody except for one player from the side of Demons Force who has joined the lobby. We've got Mercenaries rocking MI7 Ninja Freak. Like I said, the new additions. Maker is here as well. Hasib and Taha from the side of Mercenaries. While we have Tsukishima Goat, Fardin Jazz, Snow, Sniper One Candy, and I'm not sure who the last person is going to be. That is, they'll join up any moment now. Let us see who that is. But at least for now, we've got these guys in the lobby, and just a relief and a breather for everybody. It's not Clubhouse. We'll be playing we'll be playing Coastline today, and Demos Force will be starting off on attack. Mercenaries will be on defense. So I think at this point we also should start implying the map autoban system, but that is a discussion for another day. That is something that the admins will be giving their inputs on. But meanwhile, the match in hand, what do you think about how Coastline has played out so far in this league?
Well, with the way we've seen Coastline played out in the W Black, the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, I would say it's definitely more of a frag-heavy map over utility in most cases. Primarily because, one, you don't really need to have hard breach when it comes to Coastline. You could find some instances where a Hibana or a Thermite could be useful potentially, but then it's always balanced out by the fact that there are so many other avenues that a simple soft breach can open up for you. And outside of soft breach and maybe a bit of denial from a Thatcher or a Twitch, or if you're feeling brave, a Kali, there's not really much use for too much utility when it comes to pushing sites and Clubhouse. It's more of the fact that can you find the defenders where they're sitting before they find you? And that stands true for the defenders as well. Can they find the attackers before the attackers make the push happen? But Coastline is one of those maps where it's more oriented towards getting the kills rather than actually playing utility, which is one of the reasons why it's one of the more favorite maps when it comes to the competitive league pool, right? Map pool, because of the way it just flows. It's slightly different. It's less utility heavy, more oriented towards frags. It just lets players sort of free themselves of the shackles of clear utility, place utility, do this, do that. It's none of that involved, right? It just go in, get your kills, finish the enemy team, or get the diffuser off, whichever one you prefer, and win the round. And
Blackjack, something to add to that. In fact, Coastline though, we so just a little rundown to what has happened in the last few seasons. In fact, season 1 we had Quantum Jeevan getting the first position. They've been amazing with the second season as well. They were the ones who happened to be the champions once again. But here's something: season 1 Quantum Jeevan had only one loss, and that one loss was on the account of Demon's Force, and that was on Coastline. So Demon's Force, the kind of frag power that they bring for themselves is amazing. It's not only that they happen to defeat the champion on a map like Coastline just because it exhibits heavy frag potential. They happen to shut them out with a 7-2 scoreline. 7-2.
Yes,
That
I
is
do remember that.
yeah. That is something we usually don't get to see. So taking Mercenaries to a map like Coastline, I really wouldn't doubt Mercenaries' potential on a map like this, but it does come down to Demon's Force having a way better frag potential, or not potential, I would say frag dependent team. They're a little too dependent. I'm gonna have to be honest here. They like to take gunfights. They like to win them. They're very confident. They don't shy away from any gunfights that they'll be taking. And in fact, even the way the meta has changed. Back in the day when Demon's Force players would play for CSBD, they would be heavily implying on C4 operators for making sure that their coastline games are on point. That is not the case anymore. It has become more of a frag fest, and the players are just enjoying it. So, Blackjack, any closing thoughts on how this match will turn out and how Division 1 has been so far before we take us inside the match?
Well, for one, all the matches we've seen so far from Divisions 3 and 2 have been absolutely fantastic. Casting Division 3 specifically in Season 3 has been in these first 2 days an absolute blast. Unfortunately, I wasn't here for casting Division 2, but I was sitting back and enjoying the matches over the internet. And I have to say, Division 2 was surprisingly very, very enjoyable this season as well. So
let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the match. And Demon's Force versus Mercenaries coming right up. The first match of today that is going to be on Division 1. Blackjack, the mic is all yours.
Thank you for that, Foxy. The first match of Division 1, Demon's Force taking on Mercenaries on the map of Coastline. This should be a very, very exciting game indeed, as we're already in the ban phase right here. And of course, the Blitz ban is already in play from the side of Mercenaries, taking out, of course, the shield operator. Of course, we all know that is one of the targeted bans that we are bound to see when a certain Skishima goat is in the lobby. Oh, and there we go. Demon's Force retaliating with another fairly targeted ban with the Montaigne off the board. And that is, of course, primarily because of the fact that Ninja Freak is in Mercenaries now. Of course, that is the roster change that Foxy was talking about. So, two quite targeted bans right there, Blitz and Montaigne. And that is your attacker bans right there. Coming into the defender bans, Demon's Force, of course, have the first ban right here. And as the timer ticks down, they will be banning the Mira. Alrighty, then back to the standard bans. We always see Mira banned on Coastline, of course. And we all know exactly why, because, of course, of her black mirrors and how well they can be used in a lot of situations. The last ban coming out from the side of Mercenaries will, in fact, be the Echo. And once again, a fairly standard ban. We all know why Echo's banned, of course, because of his Yokai Jones, his plant denial potential and area control potential, for that matter, when teamed up with a coordinating teammate. So, with all that being said, of course, that is the ban phase set and done. Blitz, Montaigne, Mira, and Echo are your bans, and we'll be moving into round 1 very shortly indeed.
Definitely, let's take a quick rundown, in fact, of the rosters that we've got exhibiting. So, Kishima Goat, Further Jazz, Snow, Sniper 1 Candy, and Notorious inside Demon's Force, while we have MI7, Maker, Ninja Freak, Hasib, and Taha. On the side of Mercenaries, mind you, Ninja Freak's debut matches today, in fact, now that he's had the roster change, and I think everybody in the community already knows I don't really need to specify this, on why the Mountain ban has come out, targeting that specifically in that one player. You know, there's always that target bans that come out, but other time it's going to be the Blitz and the Mountain, like you already discussed. So it's at this point, it's classic, it's standard. But looks like for the Jazz, we'll have a disconnection coming up. So that means you might have a Rios request coming in from Demon's Force, maybe. So let us see if that is going to be the case or not. They've not requested that so far. Maybe he's just having a power cut issue, or maybe a technical issue that you cannot just straight up fix right off the bat. So yeah, as of now, we'll be going back to Kitchen. Tao will be running the Jaeger. They've got the Maestro and the Smoke for running the Denial for themselves. MI7 comes up with the Dock, while Maker will be on the LR. Interesting. Very interesting, in fact. The shield won't be applied from the LR either, and I think that early aggression is something that Mercenaries will be relying upon. The way this round has begun, it's just that they've got themselves an advantage, a fairly good advantage, in fact, established already. Sniper 1 Candy will be bringing out the Blackbeard, and alright, looks like they're going to be picking a fight anytime soon now. This Maker waiting for that push to happen from the side of Demon's Force. The Stuart Hack is right outside the double door of it's only a matter of time till he gets thrown out. Yes, he will. He's going to eat one of the elements, but that's the Twitch drone that got taken away in the trade. One element against the Twitch drone. I think it's a win-win in a way. But when the push happens, and it's going to be something that Maker will have to be very careful about. He's got to make sure he peeks this right. No, he's got to peek that a little wrong. Loses a lot of HP, but that is not a gunfight you still want to be taking. MI7 will be healing this friend right back up. Ella, looks like, there we go, MI7 just bring out his Stim pistol. Realized that a little later, but there we go. It's bound to happen at this point. We'll still be seeing Taha hold on all by himself on the sunrise area, while the push from Sniper 1 Candy has already happened onto Blue Bar. That being said, we do hear the smokes come out from the side of Ninja Freak. We'll be bringing out the smoke babes, and that is also not going to allow the Blackbeard to play with more freedom. But look at this. Taha does get spotted out and is in the lines of sight of the rifle shield. Taha is going to get, he's going to take the heat, in fact. From the side of Snow, the F2, excuse me, takes and claims the life of the Jaeger. Meanwhile, Sniper 1 Candy getting tagged along from the wall that came in from the soft walls. Snow is going to find another kill. That's Maker off the board. Snow, all right, already beginning this match with a heavy frag. Tsukushima Goat gets another. It's all out of Ninja Freak and Asif. Asif finds one. That's Tsukushima Goat off the board. Your IQ is gone. You still have Snow left. Mind you, not a firepower you want to... There you guys, I speak about him. You don't want to count out Snow with the firepower he brings to the table. It's all not a Ninja Freak, but he won't survive in the wrath of the Snow. Boy, Demon's Force. It was more of Snow show, in fact, this round. He got all the kills on board, wasn't that? Except for one. Or did he get everybody?
He got a 4K right there,
Oh, yeah.
a 4K to the Twitch in that round, and what a play indeed from Snow and from Demon's Force in general to win it out right here on round 1 of Coastline against Mercenaries. And mind you, they still are playing with one man short with that disconnect coming in earlier, which is a little unfortunate for them, of course, but coming out with the kind of plays that they did, it's certainly providing a lot of reason to root for them once again on Coastline. As we were talking about, pre-game, we did see this exact matchup happen way back in Season 1, and Demon's Force took Coastline very, very comfortably for that matter. And given the way round 1 has begun proceedings for us, we might see the same happen yet again. It's an indicator, but again, it's early game, so things are subject to change very, very easily. Once again, we've got Maker playing the Ella this time around. Hasib's on the Maestro. Of course, he's probably one of Maestro when it comes to going to hook up on the defense. As for Dean, has made his return to the match right here. Has reconnected successfully without the requirement of a rehost, so all the better for him. No problems whatsoever there. And we will proceeding on with the match nice and quickly indeed. Taha is going to find one of the attacker drones as we have moved into action phase right here. It's just going to be sitting below with a meat jammer to hold down the Sunrise Bar entryway as well. This is making sure, that anybody pushing Sunrise getting a bit too cheeky down here gets punished is in equal measure. And I think that is also the Ella sitting by offices. That's a Maker somewhere downstairs as well. We've already got Snow making his way on hookah deck. He's on the balcony, that is. And there are a couple of defenders in his general vicinity. The Maestro outside on the hallway is one of the big ones that he's got to worry about. But with the F2 on the ACOG, and especially with the performance that he exhibited in the last round, it's it might just be a good day. Oh, in fact, Senpai has made his way inside of the site. He's gonna find one. Will he find where the smoke is playing? Yes, he will. What a shot on to the head of the smoke. But no, there is the Maestro to shut him down. And Asib takes the kill onto Tsukushima Goat, making it a 3 versus 3 and stopping the train of the IQ from going any farther. Snow is still out here though on the balcony, and he could very well pick up where the rampage of the IQ left off. Notorious is going to put down a Claymore on the drone hull of VIP, and that's actually quite clever because they know that the Maestro's playing there. And with how close Blackbeard and Twitch are, Snow, who's rotated away towards Aquarium, it will be good for shutting down any pushes through the hallway if anybody gets a bit too smart. Now, Sniper One Candy is going to make his way in. Face check for the smoke. He's not there. And there we go. The Master's going to go down. And it's all down. As Notorious finds another one, it's all down to a Maker who's going to come up from below. The Ella alone against 3 attackers in a post-plan situation. He's going to be found by the Zofia. The sister rivalry comes alive between Notorious and Maker. And Notorious will be the one to win the gunfight right here. And that is, of course, what a clean shot as well to end things as Demon's Force take round 2.
Right. Day 1 of Division 1, Season 3, definitely not looking bad. I mean, this is some amazing performance already. We're getting to see something that the way Sekishima was allowed to walk into sight, not something I was expecting Mercenaries to let happen. But he just walked in. I mean, collecting 2 kills for himself, that essentially won them the round. There was no anchors left on the side. That means they had to play that offside. But what more could the defenders do? Not enough utility left for themselves either. All they had was the Maestro cams and the all of the Maestro himself. But now the Mercenaries has gone 2 rounds in succession without winning any single one of them. We'll be seeing them opt the hookah side once again. Hasib will bring out the Valkyrie. That means the trade-off in terms of information will be maximum. They won't be bringing out the Maestro though. The Evil Eyes won't be into play, but that is still something that they need. Information will be paramount. While we see Tsukishima go bring out the IQ to spot the Valkyrie camps, exactly what Hasib is going to be doing. Coming back to the fact that Taha won't be playing the Vigil and instead it'll be MI6 playing it. He's expended way too many bullets already. I could hear him shoot through the entire mag for this entire prep phase as I tried to find a silent spot that I could spectate on, but I couldn't. So yeah. MI7 still he's playing on site, interestingly. Looks like Demon's Force once again will be prioritizing the floor take that they usually have to do. But Maker is going to get spotted out in Sunrise. A push is imminent, and yes, it will be. That is Snow. It's going to come down to Snow winning this gunfight or not. He's got Fortune just to help him with that. The Nomad, that is. Oh, he's going to spot that hand and take it right off. Miller is going to be relieved off his head, and that is going to be a destructive start once again for the side of Demon's Force. Like I said, Blackjack in the beginning, this Coastline happens to be a map where you'd love to take gunfights, and it doesn't matter what map it is, Demon's Force always likes to take gunfights, so you might as well not want to fight them on their own turf. But let us say Mercenaries will still be able to make this out of. Mind you, Mercenaries has had a really good track record of winning Coastline against a team like Instant Esports. That was back in the day in Division 3 of Season 1 though. But meanwhile, MI7 will be back to answer. On the fourth in Jazz, that's your Nomad of the board. I'm not sure where that kill came in from. It's possibly from the cool vibe stairs, as that is where the Nomad was spotted. Yes, she will be. Look at that dead body lying around. Stamp1 Candy has made it awfully close to side, but Ninja Freak and MI7 will be the ones holding it. He's got Tsukishima going for the flank watch, but look at this. Hasib is going to be downstairs with the C4 in hand. Now, Doris and Taha will be picking up a fight anytime soon. Now, the theater and the penthouse face-off that they're having to make between each other. Taha is going to be stunned. His mind's out. So I don't think he will be able to pick this gunfight in his advantage. Even if distraction comes in, Notorious not realizing when he's playing, but look at this. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Frags coming around, the refrag game is on. No, Notorious, what are you doing? He's missing all his shots. The Legion is pushed up and he's going to win that fight. Taha takes it away. It's a 2 versus 1 now. Taha's all that is left as the side clearance has already happened from the side of Demon's Force. The Legion has to make some plays happen. A 1 versus 2 that he needs, but he converted as Demon's Force is here once again. Snow, this man is just, what does this guy eat? What does this guy have for his breakfast? There's no match where I haven't seen Snow perform so consistently. He's always been the top of the MVP board, even in the entirety of the league, but at least in his team specific. He's always there, dude. He's always there to perform, and his teammates can always rely on him. That puts another round on board, 3-0, as we proceed to round 4 in the favor of Demon's Force, mind you.
Oh boy, indeed. 3-0, Demon's Force against MRCZ. Who would have thought that we would see this sort of a situation already in the first match of Division 1 for Season 3, and Mercenaries just so far completely being shut down on all avenues, and Snow just, again, it just cannot be overstated how amazing he's been so far in this match. And like we always see, you know, Snow is a very, very consistent player for that matter. And he's always there for his team to bail them out of a situation if they're, you know, not looking so hot, or if they are, you know, cruising, he's always there to capitalize on it as well. And it's always between him and Skishima Goat on any particular day. I feel like that who's gonna top frag for us? Who's gonna do the most? Is it gonna be Senpai? Is it gonna be Snow? And today looks like it is Snow's day to shine indeed. Kitchen is going to be the site once again from the side of MRCZ. They did come here way back in round 1. No luck in that round, but this round they could maybe potentially change things up, maybe finally get a round for themselves. Unless, of course, Demas Force have other plans in mind, playing the Blackbeard against Sniper One Candy and Notorious on the Zofia. Ferdine, of course, one back on the Nomad, and Snow and Skishima Goat. We all know the operators they play, Twitch and the IQ. Already, Senpai holding down towards offices from Ruins. Blackbeard is going to make his way inside of office for that matter. As Kishima is going to make his way towards the control room, and there's the Jaeger here. He's going to be spotted out, but no, he's not going to do any damage. He's going to take damage instead. Tries to pre-fire some more, but again, not finding anybody just yet. No, the Blackbeard is going to take him out instead, and that is Sniper One Candy taking down the Jaeger. Hasid goes down very quickly, and that is unfortunate for the side of MRCZ. They have lost one of their big roamers right now. And of course, the Carbine is off the board for them. Meanwhile, Maker seems to have picked up a fight against Notorious outside of service entrance door. Ninja Freak, of course, is there to support him. And oh, Snow's going to find the visual. And that's another roamer gone. That's MI7. Another huge kill right there. Making it a 5 versus 3 already on round 4. Putting Mercenaries very heavily on the back seat right here. And Demas Force just driving away at full speed right now, full throttle into this round. And this match, Maker's going to rotate towards the bathroom to try and see if he can get a proper angle. Meanwhile, there is a peek coming in, and Ta's going to find one. He's going to find two. That's Sniper on Candy and Snow off the board. A couple of really, really big kills. The Twitch and the Blackbeard are down, and the man count has been equalized already between both of these teams. And what a play indeed from the Bandit, pulling out something really special right there. But will it be enough? Because we still have Notorious Farthing Jazz and Skishima Goat alive for the side of the attacking team, excuse me. It's a little bit of a standstill right now as Notorious seems to have unfortunately concussed himself. Taz going to find Kishima Goat, and that's another very, very big kill right there. The IQ is down, and finally MRCZ look like they are in the driver's seat for this round, but will they be able to hold on? Notorious finds one. That's Maker on the board. Will he find the smoke playing inside for Ninjas? Accidentally lights up his own teammate, but he's still got the Goo Mine inside of his shin. He's got to be careful right now. The smoke finds one. Will he find two? No, he won't. And the Nomad will not get revived because Notorious is down by the Goo Mine that was inside his shin. He's trying to stand back up, but he won't be able to as Zata has come around to clean up on that kill. And a Ninja Freak, of course, will get the kill from the downed Nomad. And that will give MRCZ round 4 on Coastline. Their first round is on the scoreboard.
All right, a quick rundown of what just happened. It did come down to the 2v2 in the end. It was Taha and Ninja Freak that has left the smoke and the bandit. Taha, amazing play. He got himself a 4K, but here's what happened. Ninja Freak put the down of the Nomad, and when he tried to pick the Zofia with the shotgun, he lit her enough, he tagged her enough that the Zofia, after getting the frag with the Ninja Freak, had to get down by the bandit battery right behind her.
Wait a minute.
That is what happened. That is why the down came in a little later after the Zofia got the kill to Ninja Freak. It wasn't really a trade-off. And then Taj just waltzed in and collects that final kill because we know that Zofia happens to have a self-revive option when she's down. So that was definitely something that we got to see, and very interesting indeed. The diffuser was dropped all the way near the reception, mind you. So Kishima got to the IQ. He got taken away by Taha. That was the guy who had the diffuser. That means even if the attackers had the side, they could not go for the plan. That is why Mercenaries, it did come down to Taha playing that amazingly well. Taha, well played. Got to give you that. Got to give them that. In fact, Mercenaries a well-deserved win after 3 rounds of some utter dominance that we saw Demas Force bring out. Looks like the Rook will be going for a spawn pick. A C-ban Maker, both of them will be running the A-Core. Quite interestingly, the GIGN operators coming in from them, but he's still going to beat this. Oh, he does spot up the Blackbeard. He's not going to win that fight. Just want to fall back. Snipe Blackbeard, snap one candy that is. He'll be tackled at least. But let's see what will happen as we proceed. Inside this match, Snow will be making his way up on the balcony of Sunrise, or Hook, I feel like to call it. Taha, meanwhile, he's going to be all the way on the side of Luggage. Picking up a fight with somebody anytime soon now. It really stands to see if he'll be able to win that or not. The last time, it not really turned in his favor. He's playing the Legion, and Notorious just, rather actually, that did turn in his favor, but the clutch could not happen. It's that one gunfight that eventually matters, you know. For the Ninjas will be making his way inside. The dog does get spotted out. There's two attackers right now closing in on him, but the dog has already made his way upstairs. Maker, very good decision making. In fact, he doesn't want to overpeak. He doesn't want to lose the advantage that he's got for himself. But look at this. There's somebody waiting. That's a Vigil. He'll be downstairs in the offices area, waiting for a possible runner that he can make. But meanwhile, Father Ninjas is going to drop a seep. I'm not sure where that came in from. And now Taha is essentially locked in over here because he doesn't really have a way out of here. The barricade of the doorways also happened. Snow and Taha went close to each other. The only difference is they don't know that either of them are just a wall apart. Maker does get spotted by Snow. That's where the wall bangs are coming in. But meanwhile, Maker will win that gunfight against Farthing Jazz. And I don't think Snow is a winner at Taha's fight here. And he's going to beat him with the K1A and take that fight and win that fight as well. Maker is going to be the one to collect that frag instead. It's only a matter of time till the Demons Force realize what is going wrong with them, as mercenaries start to realize their mistakes and get frags on board. A Claymore goes up. It's only right MI7 very close to almost walking into that Claymore. Meanwhile, no jab gets triggered. I think that was Taha. Not sure where that came in from. That was off. It's definitely a maneuver is coming in and a rotation from the side of the attackers instead. MI7 is going to bait out the Claymore, and he's getting, alright, he's getting conquest to hell. Maker's going to find another kill. Sniper one candy goes down. It's on him. Notorious and Tsukushima go to Notorious will be in the PNB hallway. He's going to make this push happen. Tsukushima finds one. Notorious onto another. That's actually Tsukushima finding double. And Notorious gets the roll. He's going to be forced to go away. Foul. Acts of some amazing gunplay that they brought from themselves. Look at this man. Tsukushima is not stopping. And what is he doing? Where are they looking at? Demons Force walk away with that one. That was not expected. What?
Wow, okay then. I have absolutely no words for what we just saw because, oh boy indeed. Like, you would not expect that flurry of kills right towards the end against almost a full stack defender team and just two attackers. But as I've said this before, with a Senpai alive, you know, you can never quite count it out. And well, this time it definitely proved to be true. And Demons Force, off the back of some very good gunplay and a little bit of a directional mistake from Mercenaries, you know, they were caught looking in the wrong direction on a number of those occasions. Yeah, they were caught out with their hands in the cookie jar, if you will. So unfortunate for them, but Demons Force will still end up taking round 5, and we are now on round 6. Of course, the scoreline is 4-1, and it is 1 round away from the role swap. And the way things have been going, Demons Force, very well played. Mercenaries, they're trying. They have that 1 round on hand for themselves, but they need a lot more before they can consider themselves equalized against Mercenaries. And of course, it doesn't look like we will see well, we definitely won't be seeing a 3-3 scoreline going into roll swap, but it'll be at the very best a 4-2 scoreline. But will we see a 4-2 scoreline, or will it be 5-1, given the way Demons Force has been playing? Meanwhile, Snow's going to find Ninja Freak already. The Twitch coming alive once again. The FAMAS is going to find one, and Sniper One Kenny's going to find another. That's MI7 on the board. And a couple of very, very quick kills from the side of Demons Force is going to give them the early man count advantage. The Wamai goes for a bit of a pre-fire outside of the Sunrise entry window and towards offices, but to no avail. He's not going to find anybody, but Notorious is going to get taken down, and that is the diffuser in the hands of Maker. That's very unfortunate. Then the IQ is going to be spotted out. Taha gets an easy kill on this Kishima Goat, and we've got Maker going for a run out, trying to get back in towards the main door, but there's attackers all over the map exactly where he is. They're waiting for him to peek, and there you go. Snow is going to get that kill, making it 8-2 versus 2. And Sniper and Candy, unfortunately, team killing Ferdine. That's unfortunate, but it is a 2 versus 2. Tad's going to be found out by the Jackal scan, and that's unfortunate for the Jaeger because he was going for a flank right here, but he's going to be forced to pull back right now to save his life. The diffuser should be recovered any second now from the attackers, which should give them a little bit of a leeway to come back in towards sight. Sniper on Candy's going to find Taha, and that's going to be another big kill. It's all down to Hasib. He heard somebody go on the drone, and that is Snow, excuse me. And he's going to find the Twitch droning away inside of Kitchen. But it's all down to the Jackal. It's a 1 versus 1 between Sniper on Candy and Hasib. The Jackal versus the Wamai. He's going to find some footprints, and that's a lot of scans that the Wamai has to deal with inside of a Sunrise Bar. Shots are fired once again between both of these operators, and Sniper on Candy is going to win that against Hasib with the Jackal scan to help. And that is once again going to give Demas Force another round on board for themselves. Round 6 goes to them, and we'll be moving into round 7 roll swap, 5-1 in their favor.
Oh boy. 5-1 already. A request is coming from Mercenaries. All right, we will be going into rehearse here now that we proceeded on round 7. The roll swap will be into play as well, but we'll be right back in just a moment, guys. Don't go anywhere.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game between Demon's Force and Mercenaries. We are back at Coastline for this wonderful matchup that we are seeing in front of our very eyes, as we are, of course, also past the roll swap mark of round 7, and the scoreline currently stands 5-1 in favor of Demon's Force. And we had the rehost for this exact reason, but looks like Maker is going to have yet another disconnect right before we get back into the lobby. Well, looks like his game crashed, which is also unfortunate, but Hasib has confirmed that he is coming back as fast as possible, so we shouldn't have much of an issue. But then again, with the way this match has been going, MRCZ would have definitely wanted to have that one extra player in the lobby.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
Oh,
defused. by
it's just gonna have to be a 4 versus 5 for them right now. Of course, Demon's Force was playing 4 versus 5 in the first 2 rounds of the match as well, as far as I remember. And it was Ferdinand, as far as I remember, wasn't it, Foxy, who had the disconnect early in the match? And yeah, he came back, but before that it was a 4v5, and now it's Mercenaries' turn to have a 4v5 right at the beginning of their attack rounds. It's quite interesting. You know, those little things you notice when you look at the game, at these sorts of games, right? But of course, Demon's Force is on the defense right now, and Maker has made his return to the match. So starting from the next round, of course, we'll be back to a full 5 versus 5. But right now, Mercenaries are just gonna have to man it somehow, right now, and they just have to pull out the best plays that they possibly can. Kishima Go just waiting for a drone on that drone hall of kitchen, but nothing, of course, coming through there for the time being. Droning is going to happen from the side of MRCZ, with fairly standard stuff right now. They want to make sure they have all the intel that they need before they make the push on towards a site, or onto any roamer for that matter. And Hasib has already made his way inside of Sunrise Bar. He's going to be watching blue stairs from the looks of things, cool vibe stairs. And this is going to hold that down so that no roamers get any smart ideas of coming down those stairs for the time being. Taz going to make his way in towards Blue Bar through the open window, and once again make his way very quickly to close to the kitchen door. The Pulse, Tsushima Go, is here once again on kitchen, as MI7 actually has been down. Not sure where that happened, but the IQ is currently down outside of the map. All right. Not at all sure where that came out of, as he's going to be revived back up to 20 HP. And that could have been, yeah, that could have probably been the peak from the double window, the big window of Billiards Room from Snow, potentially. As we've also got Notorious here on Hookah Lounge, just waiting for whoever's on the window, that's the Ash, excuse me, on the window rappel to make a peek. He's going to actually pre-fire it, but not going to find anything. He's going to move back and just run around in that general vicinity to scare the attackers a little bit more. As he tries to move in, he's going to get found instead. He almost found one, but got found by Ferdinand, and Snow has found MI7 in the meanwhile. It is a 5v2 for MRCZ, and it is not looking good whatsoever in this round. Once more, round 7 looks like it's going to be the round for Demon's Force very heavily right now. Snow's going to peek. He's going to light up the Capitao a little bit. Ninja Freak, and there we go. There's the Vigil for support, and that is Notorious taking the kill on the Ninja Freak, and it's all down to Taha with Illusion by Nina Shin. Lots of shots fired. He's got to take it out, but there's a defender's pushing him. He's going to find 2, and he's got to get the pistol out, but he's got to take out the Illusion Mine. He will, with plenty of time in hand. He's got to defuse the diffuser somehow, and 3 versus 1. Not a good situation at all for the lone Ash inside of Sunrise Bar. He's got Sniper 1 Candy inside a site, somebody in Courtyard, and there we go. The kill will be confirmed by Snow, the Legion, who was the man inside of Courtyard, and that's going to give Demon's Force round 7 on the map of Coastline, which means they are on match point 6-1 going into round 8.
Oh, Demon's Force is not letting MRCZ walk away with this one. From the looks of it, got 6-1 already, and what an explosive starting lead for the Season 3 of Division 1 from the side of Demon's Force, giving us a show utter dominance. There's no contest, in fact, One run on board from the side of Mercenaries as they are definitely crumbling under the attack of that Demons Force brought in the beginning. And now, even on the defense, it's not been the Mercenary show. In fact, they did have a disconnect. It was a 4-man playing against the 5, but then again, that is what Demons Force happened to be in the beginning as well. They happened to start off in that in a similar man count. So that out of the way, we'll be seeing Mercenaries stand on a very, very huge disadvantage and a very huge run deficit as well. 6-1, not looking good. Mercenaries have made it into Division 1 finally, but it's not the performance I was expecting from them. Just as a fan, I don't speak this as a caster. It's Mercenaries is amazing roster, and more than that, oh, it looks like Snow is.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. There we go.
Bye bye. Bye bye, Snow.
And
10 seconds left before insertion.
All right. Okay. Can we already have some Michael Jackson playing in the background, please? He is literally moonwalking.
Are moving out to locate a bomb.
Snow is
I
still
like
doing
how
that.
I like how he's still here though. Like he hasn't been kicked out of the game yet, and he hasn't like disconnected yet. He's still here. Normally you'd see players get disconnected by now. Oh, okay.
All right. Meanwhile, Ninja Freak is going to be found by Notorious, and Thar is going to find Notorious back. That's a refrag being put to use directly, straight up right at the bat. Snow, dude, I really don't know what's up with Snow though. Just giving a perspective on him. Nice moonwalk, Snow, indeed. Maker is going to find Sniper 1 Candy. It's all down to Further Jazz and Tsukushima go now. Snow is essentially going to be a meat shield for them. Oh, there we go. He finally gets removed. And that out of the way will be on a 2 versus 4. Finally, Mercenaries finding themselves on a very good and a very heavy advantage. 4-2, they could definitely make this happen. But we know for a fact on how the last time we saw 4-2 go off, that was not in the favor of Demons Force. But that out of the way, let's see what the attack from the side of the attacking team will be happening. That is all the way towards Aquarium. They're getting the drone works in. So they're spotting the Jaeger. They're also getting the spots onto the Legion. Legion will be Tsukushima Goat. He's just having to farm all these mines while Fadlan Jazz is going to be the one holding down this angle all the way onto Hookah. Anybody that is to walk in from that angle will get punished and will get caught out. Fadlan Jazz has to be a little careful with what he does. He's going to move a little closer.
By attackers.
It's going to go all the way into Aquarium. Tsukushima Goat is going to be tracked by a Jackal scan as well. That is from a sea, but it looks like all the push from the side of the attacking team is happening from Aquarium. Yes, it is. There's so many people out there. The plan is going down for the just going to go for the white P. He's going to get caught out. It's all on Tsukushima Goat. He does have to attack somebody. Not sure if that is going to convert. MI7 is here. Get that frag to Tsukushima Goat. And he's going to ask for a rehost as we will be going into just that. That is because we did see Snow have a disconnect. 6-2 is the scoreline. Now we are stepping into another rehost requested from the side of Demons Force. And we'll be right back in just a moment.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game between Demon's Force and Mercenaries on round 9 on Coastline. Demon's Force still sit on match point and the score is 6-2 in their favor, but Mercenaries did manage to pull off the previous round that we had right before we had to go for another rehost. And of course, for all of our viewers at home, that rehost was the last rehost of the game. Both teams have used up their rehost tickets, so we won't be having any more rehosts unless, of course, they are approved by admin discretion. So, if there's another disconnect happening, unfortunately for both of our teams, they're just going to have to weather the storm. The new site is going to be Hookah and Billiards from the side of Demon's Force, who are currently defending, of course. And yep, it definitely looks to be that Demon's Force might close things out very quickly right here. But then again, you can never quite count out Mercenaries, can you, Foxy?
Definitely, we cannot count them out. Far as I know, Mercenaries, an amazing roster. They might as well make the 4-round comeback. But the way Demon's Force has just played so far, that seems like a dream. That's still only a dream. That is a little far away from how things look at least as of now. But that's the way we'll be seeing us head into round 9. 6-2 is the score. And Demon's Force on the match point, and very comfortably. They might as well walk away with this one, 7-2, but it only stands to see if they want to do this or not, or if Mercenaries just brings out some better performance that has been long overdue. I'm sure everybody at home right now, all the Mercenaries fans as well, must be waiting, must be all in awe that, alright, Mercenaries, you've got to pick your stuff up, you've got to make sure you get your rounds on board, get your frags on board, and eventually get the win in the first match of Season 3. And more than that, this is a huge moment for Mercenaries itself because it is the first match for Mercenaries in Division 1. So, Blackjack, any thoughts on how this last round most possibly will turn out to be, unless, of course, Mercenaries will decide to bring something onto the table?
Putting me on the spot, I like it. But to answer your question, Foxy, again, with the way we've seen Demon's Force play out, I would have to agree that they stand the best chance of closing things out nice and quickly right here. But, given the fact that Mercenaries have struggled to come as far as they have, as we see Maker is going to take down Snow nice and quickly. Right at the start of the round, the Blackbeard is going to find the Mozzie, but that is Snow, who has been so instrumental for Demon's Force in this match so far. He is off the board, and that is a gigantic kill, a huge kill for Mercenaries to take full advantage of going farther into this game. And with that kill, on board for themselves, I would say the Mercenaries now stand a little bit better of a chance to win this round out. Visual Notorious is already moving towards office for potentially, a run out right here, as Tao's all the way up on the roof, of course, for Skishima Goat sitting inside of Hookah itself. On that, of course, couch corner, as you were. And Hasib is going to find Notorious, who was trying to go for a flank, but unfortunately not going to work out for the Visual, making it a 3 versus 5 right now for Demon's Force. A little bit in the back foot. Not a good situation for the defending team right now. And, Hasib's going to find another one. That is for Dean off the board. And that is the Jaeger gone. It's all down to Sniper 1 Candy and Kishima Goat. Once again, in a 2 versus 5 for their team. And there's a push coming in from 90 hallway as well. Shots are being fired from the big window of Billiards. Smoke's got to throw out a canister. He will, but the Blackbeard will find him instead. And it's all down to the Legion. He's found one. Will he find two? Yes, he will, but he won't find any more as he's been shut down by MII7, who was the one actually to take down Maker, which is very unfortunate for the Blackbeard, but fortunate for the rest of his team, because the Legion went down as well, which has given Mercenaries another round on board for themselves. Round 9 goes to them, and the score is now 6-3, still on match point for Demon's Force.
No, this is what I keep telling, is attacking side on the side of coastline is that is how this map is played. You have all the while more advantage for you to work with, and that is exactly what we're seeing Mercenaries take the advantage of. On defense, they got shut down completely by Demon's Force, but finally, they're able to put some rounds on board. They haven't had 2 consecutive victories in a while. Finally, Mercenaries stepping up to this Yeah, to this gameplay, in fact, it's been amazing, Mercenaries. The real question, though, Blackjack, is going to be, are they going to get 3 more rounds on board? 6-3 is the scoreline. They need 3 more rounds consecutively, mind you, because if they don't happen to get that, Demons Force will walk away with the win. All they need is 1 round, while Mercenaries need 3 more. Demons Force very, very comfortable on match point. Let's see in a while or so if Mercenaries happen to find themselves on the other end of how this match can turn out. Once again, I'm emphasizing the fact on how Coastline happens to be a little more attacker favored. Mercenaries displaying us a true sense and true meaning how that is used, on how you can take that advantage away from the defenders, picking them up one by one, isolating your defense. That is what you love to see, and that is what Mercenaries loves to do. Further Jazz will be playing on the downstairs this time around. Looks like he wants to be holding the sunlight area, while the site is going to be kitchen. Alright, so it looks like that's going to be more of a horizontal hold that they want to bring up. Notorious uses the pack to make a rotation as well. Let us see on how things will turn out eventually as we proceed inside this match now. Ninja Freak brings out a Claymore. First and foremost, that is, you better be safe than sorry. A Claymore comes out on the big window, in fact, of the penthouse. Maker, the Blackbeard, sitting very comfortable on this victory gate. So any moment now, looks like, oh boy, Mercenaries, everybody is outside service entrance, that this might be even a rush plan that they try to attempt, but there's 2 C4 that we've got to be wary about. There's firebolts coming out, there's the smoke bolts as well. Ta is on a really good spot to go for the plant. Sniper 1 can do. Does he know that's C4? Yes, it is, and look at that C4. It's all on to Maker all of a sudden. But where's Maker? He's right outside service entrance. So many frags came out, and Demons Force is going to be the victor of that. But Maker is not giving this up, not without a fight. He finds a frag, that is onto the pulse. He still has to find Snow, Notorious, and Sniper 1 Candy. Everybody full on HP. An impact hold comes up from the reception. Legion is going to be watching that angle. He's got a really nice one, in fact. Snow is just going to fall back and unpeak that. Everybody holding passive angles. Nobody wants to overpeak this, but we will still be waiting for the push from Maker at this point. A push and a plank that was supposed to be in the favor of Mercenaries. They did not have themselves enough intel established. There are 2 C4s they've got to worry about. They did not worry about enough. Maker making his way on the side of reception. I think he knows exactly where the Legion or the Bandit are playing, or he's just doing some textbook peeking and just some default places that he's got to look for. Maker still got 1 minute left. He can play this very slow if he wants to, as all eyes on him. It's all that is left. The dream of Mercenaries to win this match. The man's shoulder, but a prone peek has come in from Snow, and that is it. GG's get dropped. Chat after a rather good attempt from Mercenaries into making this a victory. Just could not make that happen. Snow drops are well played in the chat, as well as a 7-3 is the scoreline that we'll be seeing Demons Force walk away with. And what a beginning and what a start indeed for the Division 1 matches here on Season 3. So Kashima Goat takes away the MVP.
Of course, the MVP standing for Kashima Goat is only post double rehost, so you know, pre-rehost kills need to be tallied to see who was the real MVP of this match, as we all know that those early 8 kills in 3 rounds that Snow had will definitely have something to say about that. But of course, that is going to do it for the first game on Coastline between Demons Force and Mercenaries. And Demons Force are, of course, your victors, 7-3 to their favor. Well played to them, and very well attempted by Mercenaries for a bit of a comeback. Unfortunately, the ask just turned out to be too big for them to deal with. With that being said, we're going to be taking a quick break right here, and we'll be back for the second game of the day. Level 0 Esports are going to be taking on Never Diamonds very, very shortly indeed, so stay tuned.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power, experience. With WD Black, NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear gaming monitor.
All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the WWE Black the Esports Club Rainbow Six Siege League, powered by LG Ultragear, association with Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games the Shop. I'm your host Foxtrot, and joining me today is Blackjack. Blackjack, how are you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic, Foxy. Thank you for asking. And might I say how excited I am for the match we've got coming up. The next match, of course, is between Level 0 and Never Diamonds. The second match of today, mind you. The first match we had was between Demas Force and Mercenaries, and Demas Force took that on Coastline 7-3 in their favor. Now, of course, this match between Level 0 Esports and Never Diamonds, as far as I'm aware, is taking place on Cafe Dostoevsky, a map
Indeed.
I don't think we have seen a whole lot of Cafe Dostoevsky so far in Season 3, have we?
We really haven't, and that makes it all the more exciting on how this match is going to turn up. So let's not waste any more time and, in fact, get into this match. Cafe Dostoevsky, Level 0 Esports facing off Never Diamonds. Never Diamonds, mind you, have made their way inside Division 1. So this match will get all the while more exciting. We'll be beginning with the ban phase now. Never Diamonds will be starting off on defense, and there'll be... Alright, so we still have that difference in terms of how we've got the defensive advantage, you know, in terms of how Cafe happens to be in general as a map. So that is something that Never Diamonds will have to make maximum utilization of, while we still do have Level 0 Esports starting off on attack. And both these teams, I've seen them play on this map before, you know, not essentially with each other, but at least have some information to go to with. But first ban will come off from the side of ND, and that is going to be Thatcher off the board. Jackal will get banned from the side of Level 0 Esports as well. That's another ban coming up from them. All right, we get it. Jackal is something that that is also going to give Never Diamonds all the while more. It's going to give them more room to work with. So let us see how things will turn out. We'll be seeing a defensive ban coming up, and that is going to be Wamai. All right, Level 0 Esports. That's the first Wamai ban I think that we've come up with. Very interesting ban coming out from them. The last ban, sure, it's got to be Mira. All right, I wasn't sure about that, but I thought it's got to be something in the midst of information operators. It's got to be Maestro, the Echo, or sometimes even the Valkyrie. But Wamai and Mira will be facing the ban wave as of now on the side of defense, and very interesting that the Wamai ban has come out. That is going to change so many things. That is going to make holding down an extensive hold on the side of Bakery all the while more difficult. Not only the magnets that Wamai offers, it's also essentially the shield that he brings to the table and the MP5K, obviously the AUG in his arsenal. So Wamai, just amazing as an operator, will get banned, and I'm actually a little curious now that Wamai is banned on how so many angles will be played a little differently. Even the hold on to Cigar, the dark spot, will be changed up, because that is what we'll be seeing. The defensive team go to first. Bar and Cocktail will be coming out, and let us see and how things will turn out in there. Shulker, Mojo, Cobra, and Mike will be on the side of Never Diamonds. That's an amazing roster, and so good to see them finally make their way inside Division 1 here. They've been struggling, you know, with their time that they tried to get into Division 1 a little sooner. They've been in Division 2 for a little too long now, but finally they're here. Let us see on how Never Diamonds will be making sure they get themselves this matchup. That is going to be their first match in Division 1 in the WWE Black, the Esports Club League. Meanwhile, Envy, Slayer, 60K, Bundero, and Doctor on the side of Level 0 Esports, an amazing roster indeed as well. They've been in Division for a little too long, and more than that, they've been having a to and fro of sharing the 3rd and 4th position for Season 1 and Season 2 consecutively. So that out of the way, let's take a look at the operator lineups. Slayer will be bringing out the Zofia, while Envy will be on the Ash. You won't be seeing my DLE play today for some reason. Doctor will be playing instead. So you can only understand that you have your option of not having, or rather having more room to work with, more room to play with once you have so many players in your team, and that is the flexibility that you want to be offering. But look at this, Doctor is on to find a kill. This is a speak about it. Starting things off with quite the destruction, and 6ix9ine is going to leave the game. A rage quit comes in from him as he happens to die. Just kidding, that's not a rage quit. It's most possibly a disconnection that has come out from the side, and Never Diamonds. Shulker holding down very sweet and very cozy, in fact. And he's got himself a nice little area established, isolated from a little far off from the defense. The attackers will have to be a little more intelligent in terms of how they happen to approach this peak. Slayer will be on the rappel on the side of east stairs, while we still do see the side Sexy K Doctor. Oh, alright, Slayer has already walked in. Oh boy, there's a rush coming in from the side of level 0, but there's not enough firepower for the side of Never Died, so stay alive in this fight. Try to get a frag, but it's not going to connect and not going to do enough. It's all down to Mojo, who is going to meet his death as well. Level 0 straight up walking into site without having enough information themselves, either face checking every single angle and getting themselves the first round on board against Never Diamonds. Blackjack, thoughts?
Well, shall we say that first round went by in a flash indeed, because level 0, first you had the grenade from Doctor, the sledge, to take the initial frag, pun intended, and then you move into the rest of the round. You know, they're picking gunfights, they're shutting down angles, and then they just walk in. They just jump down the skylight altogether and completely shut down the defense. But it looks like we are going to be going into a rehost called from the side of Never Diamonds. So unfortunately, I know that's 3 rehosts in very quick succession between both of these games, but you know, we have to accommodate for the players in a situation where there has been a disconnect. So do stay tuned, guys, because we'll be right back from this rehost very shortly indeed. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game between Level Zero Esports and Never Diamonds on the map of Cafe Dostoevsky. And it is currently 1-0 in favor of Level Zero. They did win the first round, and we had to go for a rehost from the side of Never Diamonds. That is their rehost ticket already done and dusted. Level Zero still holds theirs, so there's potential for maybe 1 or 2, depends on what kind of an issue we end up facing. Hopefully none, of course. That is what I was getting at right there. But round 2 is going to be in play from both of these teams really nice and quickly. Third floor bar is once again going to be the site of choice from the side of Never Diamonds on this defense. And it should be a very interesting match, interesting game, and interesting round indeed. Now, it is one thing to be said about Never Diamonds. We did see them pull out an extremely good performance in Season 2 of the WBAC, the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. And now they are in Division 1, and I would certainly say that they deserve to be here, given the kind of performance we've seen them pull off before. But now that they are in Division 1, of course, the fight doesn't end there. It continues all the way towards until you are actually, in the top 3, potentially, for the rest of the season. And that is a big ask, for all the teams involved to be in the top 3 right at the end of the season. And that's a pretty big ask. You'd have to win a lot of games, as 6ix9ine has taken a bit of damage from that impact from Shulker. But not a whole lot. He's going to be just fine for the time being. Already we've got Envy making his way through the main corridor. Red stairs. Looks like it's a rush from the Ash right now. Going up the red stairs, he's found himself all the way at the cigar door, but he's stopped because there's barbed wire. And he can see the deployable shield right out of the corner of the door frame. And there is actually somebody sitting behind that. That is the castle. He will hear the barbed wire and will know for a fact that there is somebody right on red stairs right now waiting for this peek, and the hatch gets broken, and the castle will be taken down. Envy's going to find that onto Shulker, and that is the castle of the board, as the Ash has now very quickly, in fact, gotten the first kill off for his team. Proceedings are already happening when it comes to this round, as it looks like Level Zero does not want to wait around, not even in the slightest. Envy is shooting away all over the map wherever he can, pops the Goyer shield as well. It's going to stop Doctor from coming into a cigar shop for the time being, but pretty sure that's not too much of a concern. The Goyer's been spotted playing inside of Dark Spot, as the Maestro is going to pre-fire away just a little bit. The Goyer will not be taken down. The Ash will go down instead. That's going to equalize the man count, and 6ix9ine with the kill from inside of Barbac's cold room. C4 comes out from Mojo. That will find Doctor, and that is another big kill, as that is the sledge of the board. Certainly it's a 4v3, and Never Diamonds looks like they are ready to take control of this round. Level 3 Esports is, early push pressure tactic looks like it was not successful this time around. 6ix trying to go for the breach onto the piano double wall will be met with a mute jammer courtesy of Mojo, of course. And Slayer, in the meanwhile, has made his way into mining room to try and see if he can find whoever was playing on the second floor. He's also hearing the shots from Goyo from Dark Spot, but Mike is too well hidden from the hatch to do anything about that. Mute Jammer has been spotted out by the IQ. Should be taken out. There we go. But shots are fired, and the IQ goes down from inside a freezer. That is 6ix9ine with another one onto Veneno, and that is another huge kill. It's all done to Slayer and 6ix to do anything about the round that they have found themselves in. And 6ix finds 6ix9ine off the back of a beautiful shot, but the Zotac is currently fighting the Mute. Mojo has got a good position for himself. He's got the high ground and the shotgun in hand to boot. Meanwhile, the Thermite is still trying to fight Mike the Goyo, and he's got a... he's still going to find Mike. In fact, the headshot is his, and Mojo goes down as well to Slayer, but the Maestro's here to shut down the Thermite drop. This is inside a side. It's a 1v1. Will he find the Zofia? He's pre-firing away, but so far, not a whole lot. He's still pre-firing. He's downed him. Does he know that he's down the Zofia? He definitely does now, and he will take the kill. Cobra with the finisher onto Slayer after taking out Thermite, dropping Diffuser in his clutches. Managing to clear the round for his team as well, which is of course going to give the defending team Never Diamonds round 2, giving them the early game equalizer. Round 3 is going to be upon us nice and quickly. And of course, the early game equalizer coming out from the side of Never Diamonds right now, because of the back of some beautiful plays by the Maestro, and of course by the Jaeger that was 6-9 in that round. And just well done overall to win out the round when the early push from Ash looked like it might be something that they wouldn't be able to handle. They definitely were, and it ended up proving to be the Ash push, that is, ended up proving not to be a particularly good undertaking, and not a particularly fruitful undertaking. She definitely got the castle. That was one thing. Envy took down castle, but then nothing much came from that peak. So yeah, not a whole lot happening there. Coming to round 3, of course, the site of choice is a kitchen, and again, a site that we've seen a whole lot of. Kitchen is a fairly common site when it comes to Cafe Dostoevsky itself, because of obvious reasons, really. Kitchen as a site, it's very defendable, especially with the use of a castle, the Goyo, the Jaeger, of course, very, very, very important. But with the Wamai ban, holding down Bakery is going to be a little bit tougher than it normally is, because even if the Jaeger is to put down all of his ADSs in that vicinity, that's still just 6 projectiles. They can be the ADSs can be burned away very easily. And there you go. You can already see the grenades are flying in, and Veneto's actually going to find 6-9. The Mozzie, who looks like he was sitting inside a bakery, not sure where 6-9 was actually, but wherever he was, he's been taken off the board. Envy's made his way into code check, and he's going to find Shulker, who's not looking in the direction that he should be, but the Goyo is up there as well, and he's going to be taken down. That's Cobra off the board. Mike goes down as well. It's all down to Mojo. Suddenly, the Goyo, who's actually still alive. The Cade was the one who went down, but Goyo is now sitting halfway up red stairs. He's going to be found by the IQ, and Level 0 Esports are going to have a flawless round off the back of, once again, a very quick push, a rush, in fact, this time around. And Never Diamonds found wanting in a few too many areas, which is going to give away round 3 to the side of Level 0 Esports.
Level 0 Esports is straight up just walking in the map. So somebody on the drone and somebody is just spearheading the entire attack, getting maximum kills on board. It doesn't really matter if the trade comes in or not. They've already done the work. They've already destroyed enough bodies. Got that man count advantage, in fact. Level 0 Esports, the one round that they don't have the victory upon, also, it did come down to very close. It did come down to a 2 versus 1 in a situation where the Thermite just could not fight against Maestro, but the order is exactly why it's a formidable weapon. But Envy, though, the last round, really well played. Not much came in from them, and more than that, it was a good attack in terms of how they just happened to drop bodies. I don't know what Never Diamonds was doing there. Everybody from the side of Never Diamonds, all on the side of the red stairs. Somebody was in Harry Potter. There were 2 players, in fact. Nobody playing in coach check. That gave Envy all the while more room to work with. Straight up walked in. Some flashes, just to make sure, just to have a little bit of insurance. But towards the end, it was Level 0 Esports to walk away with that round. 2-1 will be the scoreline if we proceed to round 4 here. Well, looks like extended hold is still coming in from the side of Never Diamonds, but without the Wamai in play, it's going to be all the while more difficult to make sure that the Jaeger is perfectly used, unless the Cobra is having a hard time getting himself some using that super shorty though. Right, that is a very rare sight. In fact, that's one of the most easiest. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Goyo?
Yeah, that happened. That
Mojo?
just happened.
Mojo, are you okay there?
That happened on a Division 1 match in fact, the first match for both these teams. Anyways. Alright, Doctor's already walked in somewhere. The moment I turn my camera on, I'm going to find that out. That's going to be on the main hallway of the red stair. Mojo trying to find himself the right keybind, but just could not make that happen right in time. Another nade gets cooked up. Is going to get thrown away. Cobra is going to be down from that nade, in fact. That's your castle. The board already, essentially. Mike will have to make his way back, but Shulker is the one playing on the top of red stairs. Shulker is going to go down. It's all on a mic, but the revive onto Cobra has come up. No, he's just going to leave his mate. All right.
Oh.
That was very close indeed. But the vertical play is still on the play from the top floor. Cobra, very low on HP now. He's got to win that fight, but he won't either. And it's a 1 versus 5 all of a sudden. One frag comes in, but that is going to be no use because Wedding New is here to pick that frag. To Mike, Level 0 Esports outgunning Never Diamonds straight up. There's just no contest at this point. Never Diamonds are not able to stand against Level 0 Esports, and this is something that I was not expecting. I had so many hopes from Never Diamonds, and I know for a fact that the amazing roster that they have, every single player from the side of Never Diamonds is amazing with what they bring to the table as a player, just as a player. Not even talking about it as a team right now, but just being as a team. Never Diamonds after such a explosive, so not just explosive, such a dominating performance on Division 2, no defeats, 0 defeats, getting themselves a flawless season, making their wins at Division 1, the first match that they play against Level 0. It's not essentially going in their favor. And more importantly, it's defense on Cafe.
Attackers need to
Not what I was expecting from Never Diamonds though, but Blackjack. Any thoughts that you have to share on this except for what Never Diamonds is not able to stand up against? But more importantly, I have to say this though before I ask you, is the fact that Level 0 Esports has just been a little too run. Never Diamonds really had themselves enough time or in fact enough room to even bring out an adaptation. There's so much happening at once that it's just I would say it's just bamboozling them. And yeah, that is what is happening. Blackjack, coming back to you. Thoughts on how this match has turned out so far?
for insertion.
Well, for one, whatever happened with Goyo down in Bakery, I think it was pretty much all downhill from there.
Locate the
Um,
bomb.
But yeah, you said it, you put it best yourself. You know, Never Diamonds. We definitely weren't expecting this sort of performance coming out from them after having a flawless season back in season 2. To come into season 3, Division 1, and to be so far 3-1 in the early game by Level 0 Esports. Yeah, not exactly a good look or a good start to the tournament itself for that matter. But it is still round 5, and there is still time for a lot of changes to be happening. 6 seconds is going to find Slayer, and that's a pretty sizable early kill. That's the Zofia off the board, and maybe... Oh, there we go. Mojo went for a bit of a ballsy peek right there. He's going to find Sexy K, but there is another one repelling on a Whiskey Window, and that is the Ash right there. He was firing away to glory, but not going to find anybody just now. And mind you, Level 0 Esports are suddenly in on the back foot just a little bit. 3 versus 5 in this situation. As droning is happening, looks like Level 0 has been forced to slow down for the time being because they don't have much of another choice. They have to slow down. They have to regroup and reconsider their pushes as Envy is moving through the second floor right now. Shots are being fired by Doctor on the rappel on Fireplace as Ash is going to go for a bit of vertical play, but nope. The Maestro moves away, not Maestro, whoever, yeah, Maestro actually. Cobra moves away just in time, but another Ash charge comes out, and that actually downs Cobra. But will the Ash spot the Maestro? No, she won't. And looks like Cobra will be revived by 6ix9ine, back up to 20 HP. So, not too bad of a situation for the Maestro, given the way Envy was hunting for blood right there. But as the flashbangs come out, of course, Cobra has to be a little bit more careful with how he plays in the rest of the round. Shulker sitting inside of Cigar Shop still, behind a Goyo shield, no less. He's gonna find a confrontation with the IQ very, very quickly indeed, as mid jammers from Mike are stopping any droning from coming through that particular area for Level 0 Esports, which is, of course, always a situation you don't want to be in, especially in a 5v3, even if 2 defenders are very low in HP, you know. Not having... Oh, shots are fired instead into Cigar Shop. The castle is taking a lot of damage, and he is finally down, and he will be taken out by... Oh, Mojo actually took down Veneno in the meanwhile, and looks like the down castle has dropped through the hatch. Ash is chasing him, goes down to second floor to do that, and finish the job. It is now a 2 versus 4, and not looking good for Level 0 Esports in this round. They only have about 15 seconds to make this play happen. And he's going to find one. That is Mike of the board. Flashbangs are coming out from the Ash. As the push on the side has to happen. It's now or never. There goes the sledge. It's all on the Ash on White Stairs on a 1v3 right now. Will he be able to do anything? Envy is trying, but nope. He will be taken out by the Goyo. Mojo will clean up onto the last remaining attacker, and that will give Never Diamonds their second round on board on round 5.
Never Diamonds finally stepping up to it. Being equally random. You usually don't see anybody pick that piano window like that while somebody's rappelling on it. It was very lucky that 60K was having himself a flash charge in his hand and not his gun. It could have turned out either way, but Never Diamonds realizing that they've got to gain themselves an early man advantage to make sure they stay alive in this and getting another round on board. Never Diamonds right now, the top priority is going to be getting one more. Before obviously the role swap happens, you want to walk into round 7 if you're an attacker that is level 0 esports. Even if they happen to walk away with round 7 and a 3-3 basis, it is still going to be a win for them. Because they'll be the ones on the defense. And I don't really need to specify on how Cafe turns out to be on the defender side of the map while the Thatcher is banned as well. That just adds up a little bit more to it. But that out of the way, we'll be seeing ourselves head to round 6. As a 3-2 as the scoreline, still in the favor of level 3 esports, but Never Diamonds have finally stood up to the expectations in the last round. Did have a little bit of a stall point over there where I thought for a second with Envy bringing it down on the Maestro could have found a double kill, in fact for free, as the Jaeger was busy reviving the Maestro who was himself at 20 HP. Could have been something that Envy could have converted on, but something that he cannot see on the Pro League HUD is points. So that out of the way, we'll be seeing ourselves head into this matchup. Up and running, very spicy map that I'm getting to see here. More than that, just as a viewer, I've loved to watch Never Diamonds play. They're such an amazing team. They've stepped up in terms of how the days have been. And in fact, I've even happened to make some memes on my own about how dominating Never Diamonds was in Division 2. It's just been that one team that has totally surprised me, and more than that, made me all the while more happy that the teams are stepping up on such a huge level that it is just nice. The way competition is just going up always. But coming back to this round here, Enemy once again running the ass and he's finding some drone works in. Venero will be the one bringing out his RED by 6-9. He spotted out. Everybody is playing outside the side of alright museum. He's gonna light the ash a little bit, but that's not enough to do a lot of damage. The advice SWAT operator, I don't think he knows the pulse playing right beside him. It's only going to be a matter of time till the seafood comes out from the pulse, and yes it will, but in the timing, the ash moves away at the right time. He's not even going to care the pulse that is right behind him. He's going to be waiting in this 1v1 that has come to a stall point. Mojo watching this angle, but that's a drop in or a vault in the window. Meanwhile, 6-9 is going to find a kill on the Slayer. Sexy K is here to find that pre-fire back out of 6-9, but the pre-fire is going to give away the Maestro's possession, and Envy is going to be quick to get that frag onto him. We've got 4 versus 3 established, in fact, in the favor of level 0 esports once again. Never Diamonds could definitely make this happen. It's a horizontal push that is happening from level 0 esports, mind you. That means there's no emphasis being put at the top floor. That has been abandoned. Coming back to the side in hand, Shulker is going to move back up while Cobra is just checking angles in case there's somebody playing a little here and there. But meanwhile, Shulker will be on the flank actually as he tries to go for a really long rotate. In fact, Red says is going to be the flank that he wants to attempt on, and there's nobody even watching it as of now. The Buck is going to be making his way to main hallway. He's not going to find the Legion. Not sure what he was looking at. And Cobra will find that easy headshot on the Doctor. No life, no health lost in fact, but Veneno will be finding Shulker. That was the man on the flank, and now it's going to come down to the frags that Cobra will drop, and yes he will. A double fill comes in from the Legion. He's going to move back up as a breach is happening on the double reinforcement on the side, the west reading doorway. Mike with the shotgun in hand, playing close to the side by Cobra, has to watch this little angle that he's got for himself. But look at this, the push from the doorway has already happened. The shotgun won't be doing much. It's all on Cobra to make some plays happen. He's still got 2 impact, mind you. He could even go in for the throw. No, it's level 0 esports winning their gunfights, and more than that, they're just gunning down Never Diamonds as of now. Walk away with a 4-2 into root swap as we proceed to round 7. And look at the track and the trace coming in from Veneno on the IQ there, using the LMG to perfection. Round 7 will be underway.
Well, it's yep, once again not looking very good for Never Diamonds. But then again, 4-2 on roll stop isn't exactly a terrible position to be in while going into defense on Cafe Dostoevsky, because they can always make it up while being on the defense. Once again, the main factor to watch out for here is the fact that there is a my ban in place, as Sexy K is going to take the 6-wick ticket out of the castle into the Rook. Okay, just confirming with this team. Yes, it is the Rook that he will be bringing out for
Attackers need to locate
the
and defuse
side
as many
of
bombs as they can.
level 0 right now. And level 0, of course, on the defense in 4-2. Pretty good position to be in. Never Diamonds are going to have a little bit of a task on hand to try and equalize right now, because if they don't, they will find themselves in a very tricky spot to make a comeback possible at all. So it's pretty much now or never, unless, you know, unless they like the challenge of almost impossible odds. Now, I'm just speculating. I'm not saying that Never Diamonds like to do that. I'm fairly certain no team would like to have to intentionally go from a 6-2 to a 6-6, because usually you don't see it happen. It's not something you see every day at all. Usually is a bit of an understatement. So anyway, come back to the match at hand. The double French boys are in play as the Pompey comes out from Envy. He actually found Shulker, just gonna clip his shoulder a little bit. But the Zofia is still alive and healthy for that matter. Not a whole lot of damage done. So that operator will be, won't be kicking the bucket just yet. Slayer's gonna position himself inside of Dark Spot behind a shield once again. I'm pretty sure he's got the Jaeger ADS to help him out, as hatches are being broken above Dr. the Jaeger in the meanwhile. We've got lots of droning, I think, coming out from the side of Never Diamonds in the meanwhile. Flashbangs are coming in as well, as looks like they are trying to burn out the ADSs inside of Piano. But Sexy K is going to find Shulker, and, well, he's going to clean up the kill that Envy was going for initially. And that is the Zofia of the board. That's a pretty big kill right now. But with all the operators that are still alive, tons of utility, but nope, 6-9 goes down. That's the Sledge, and that is another huge kill. A lot of more utility that has just been taken out from Never Diamonds' arsenal. Diego's gonna find another one somehow. He's still alive inside of Cigar Lounge. Cobra doing so much damage for his team. He's gonna go for the jump out. Will he find one more? No, he won't. And he will be cleaned up onto by Mojo, but there's another one, and the Doc gets taken out by Mojo as well. Mike cleans up onto one, but the Bang 9 comes out, and that is a quick double kill from Veneno, as looks like level 0. All they wanted to do was jump out day in, day out right now. And, well, it did work out. It cost them 3 bodies before the Echo was able to finish the job. But finish the job he did, giving Level 0 Esports the 7th round. And 5-2 is now the scoreline.
Everybody just decided to just walk up. I don't know what the Echo decided out of all the operators. It was the Echo. So it was just going to be a well-timed run out that everybody wanted to make. We did see Doctor go for the first one. I could not connect that. Then Sexy K, he got caught up by Mojo as well. But look at that. This is the Echo as well, who's still going to choose to run out. And definitely a run and gun game that Level 0 Esports has brought to the table today to start things off very early. In fact, it's not a game that I was expecting. I was expecting a little more methodical, a little more structure from a team like Level 0 Esports, but we cannot obviously ignore the complete fact on how amazing, on how good gunners these guys are in general. In fact, even Sexy K for that matter, the dude plays support. He still has some amazing gunpowder on himself. So let's see how the matches will turn out eventually as we proceed ahead. Slayer will be playing back this time around, and is just going to place down his bandit charges. XK will be once again playing the dog here. A possible spawn peak is coming in, and yes, it will, and we will go all the way outside onto the spawn. Outside the APC area, that is, or taking the cover off the black van at least. This time around, Never Diamonds know exactly what is happening, and that is why they'll be playing this a little slower than they did in the last few rounds. Not even using the. Actually, coming back to the question though, the question in hand is why Never Diamonds has not brought in an operator, a counter operator, in fact. So we really need to take a look at the scoreboard also. Meanwhile, we'll be seeing Veneno drop 8 frags while Sexy Kid and we will be on 6 for 6 for themselves. Doctor will have himself 5 frags and 5 assists. That puts him on the top of his team's leaderboard. While we have Mojo bring out 7 frags for himself. Despite that, a little bit of a misclick that the Goya brought out, but at least for now, he's got himself 7 frags. Well, Shulker not exactly having a good day today. He's getting shut down almost very fast and very quickly. Slayer, I think he's been droned out. Oh yes, he will now be. He's gonna move back, but he's going to eat a lot of bullets before he does that. It's something that Slayer will have to be careful about. This Sexy Kid revive, or rather heal him back up. I think that is exactly why they're just having fun right now. Level 0 Esports is definitely just chilling out. Yokai droning themselves, and Nitro Cell comes out, but that's not going to claim anybody. In fact, that is going to be the sledge up top. You've got to be careful and wary of the sledge now that he's got the vertical gameplay into this match. Now, Envy is going to face the heat from the side of Cobra as another Team Yokai stun is coming out from the side of Level 0 Esports. Envy is going to leave the game as well. That is a rage quit coming in from the man as his friend is not only going to stun him from the Yokais, but he's also going to lose his life from one of the attackers on Never Diamonds. Now we'll be seeing Veneno hold on to that little small angle that he's got for himself, and the Zofia is going to win that fight against the Ella, but Slayer is right here to refrag, and the Slayer is going to get another. Where is he picking all these skills up from? That is going to be on the bar area. A nice counter table that he's got for himself. It's all down to Mike, 6ix9ine and Cobra to bring something fruitful out of the situation that they found themselves in. There we go. Mike is going to pop the head of Slayer right back. And another one goes down the XSK off the board. It's all down to Veneno. He's been having a little bit too much fun for himself with the Yokai drones, but let us see if he will convert this into a 1 versus 3 clutch victory for Level 0 and take them to match point or not. 15 seconds left, the push is happening, but he's going to look away at the wrong time. I think he just wants his Yokai drones to go back in the same place. He's not got another one alive. That means very less time to work with, but it's going to get spotted out. If that's the Yokai drone, he could have just gone for the peak and found himself trapped before he went on the drone store. But now his position is a little too predictable. In fact, the pings are coming in as well any moment now. He's going to find the first frag. That's 6ix9ine off the board. Very low on HP. He's got to make sure he outguns the side of Never Diamonds. But there's the Hibana and the Gridlock waiting for him from 2 different cross angles, and a very long one that Mike is employing all the way from prep room. He's going to find them. That's a nice angle by the Gridlock and the kill. The finisher, really well played by Mike, and more than that, really well played by Never Diamonds. An influential round that they needed to get on board for themselves, and now that does make Level 0 walk away, or at least puts a comma, not definitely a full stop yet, towards the journey that they had to getting match point. 5-3 is the scoreline, and we will be proceeding to round 9, where Level 0 Esports will be attempting kitchen and service once again as the defensive side.
Well, one thing's for sure, I think Level 0 Esports took that last round a little bit too chill, you know, having fun inside, you know, messing around in there with Echo Jones. Always nice, you know. It's always good to have fun, but then it's not good to be, tune yourselves into a completely complacent state of mind, and then not be able to win the round because of it. Now, again, Level 0 Esports, the way they've played so far is a testament to how good they are as a team. But that particular round didn't really go that well for them, and they will be more than aware of why exactly. Better than any of my speculations here on the caster seat can do for our viewers at home. So, you know, we'll probably catch up with one of them later and ask them about this match in the future. But that is, of course, for later. You know, that's a story for a later time. Round 9 is in play, and Kitchen is once again the site for the side of the defense. Never Diamonds, of course, with that one extra round, their third round on the board, they will definitely be a little bit more confident in making the plays happen for themselves, as Ooh, the open window has been spotted out by a Mike right now. He's pinging it, and that is, or was, what could have been a run-out spot for the Doc right now. But looks like Doc is going to just come back and sit in or close to side, maybe just around the first floor bar slash red carpet area. No, he's going up the red stairs right now. Might still be looking for the run-out, question mark. Doctor playing the French operator, of course. He's quite dangerous with that operator, don't get us wrong. But right now, I don't think he's going to get anything if he does go for the run-up. But he's got to find somebody on the hatch right now. Will he be able to? As the sledge has dropped in 2 red stairs from the hatch on the roof. Droning is happening for him to make sure that he doesn't get peeked by any roamers who are all the way on the top floor. And that specifically relates to, I think, a couple of them. That is Slayer. There we go. 6-9 goes down to the Vigil. And that is unfortunate for Never Diamonds. They've lost the sledge way too quickly, I'd say, in this round. As Veneno and Slayer on the top floor and making sure that any roam clear coming in from the side of Never Diamonds gets shut down as quickly as possible. There's another hatch drop on the red stairs that has happened from the attackers. But whoever that attacker is has gone towards second floor instead. Shulker's going to find Envy, and that is the Legion of the board. Not sure where that came down. Looks like it came down in Small Bakery, all the way down in the first floor. So the action, looks like it was a potential run out. It was a run out, in fact, and did not go so well. Excuse me. Mike looks like he's trying to make his way into Small Bakery as the Zofi has been flashed by a teammate. He's going to make his way into Bakery right now. And just hold it down for the time being. Make sure the rest of his team can make their way in. The Hibana's in, and there we go. The hard breach request is also coming out. But Mojo's found Veneno in the meanwhile, making it a 4 versus 3, as Slayer is now forced to try and come back down towards side really, really quickly. Things are going to heat up right now as we are less than 50 seconds left on the clock on this round on Cafe. As, there we go, the peek comes in from Sexy K, but he's not going to connect onto anybody just yet. Slayer's still on the second floor trying to find anybody that he can, and shots are being fired in and around Prep Room as Doctor is here to heal himself up as well. Slayer on the second floor, he's got a vertical angle for himself using one of the impacts that he had left in his inventory. As there we go, the Doc was down, but he has actually revived himself back up. Hibana in the meanwhile, I think she's hard breaching something, not sure exactly where that's going out. Grenades are coming in from Mojo as well. As the hard breach on the bakery wall has come through as well. Sexy K very close to that hard breach, but the Doc is coming for the peak. He's not going to find anybody just yet. The Jaeger's going to get it down. He's going to get one. Shulker gets taken out, and the Mojo will take another one. And Mike finally takes on Doctor in a flurry of kills. Never Diamonds from out of nowhere will take round 9. And they are one step closer to equalizing against level 0 right now, which is definitely something we weren't expecting given the way the early game panned out. But props to them. It is 5-4 right now on round 10.
Well, definitely, level 0 esports are, I think they've gotten a little over the heads right now. So the game is heating up to be a little closer than expected now that Never Diamonds make their comeback. 5-4, round 10 will be proceeding. And one round away from getting the equalizer, and Never Diamonds on a very beautiful execute towards the end over there. Not have enough time left, but that little maneuver towards the end got them the victory. More than that, I think it was important that the Hibana got the red, I would say, the red wall breached. That is on the bottom of the red stairs. I call it the red wall for some reason. If she wouldn't have gotten that breach, there would have been only 2 ways that the attackers had to walk in from. It was either the hallway and the double door on the side, or that was the prep room. Prep room was watched by Vigil from upstairs. That is one angle already gone that you usually do not fights on, just solely by the perspective that it offers. And then it did come down to those 2 defenders that was on site, and they were watching the double door of the red hallway. So Hibana getting that breach in, very important, and whoa, all right, he's going to go for the run-out once again, and he's going to get punished. Looks like level 0 esports, they still want to keep doing what they've been doing so far. So, not essentially the best of the best plays that level 0 has put out from the last few rounds, as it's essentially been in the favor of Never Diamonds. Definitely bringing out aggression is something that you want to take advantage of, but just not something that we have seen turn out in their favor as of now. And look at the debris though. the debris from the sledge of the hatch that he's opened up on the roof. It looks like somebody's on a mission to find something over here, and that is going to be Doctor. Slayer, meanwhile, on the other end, is going to find. Looks like he does know there's somebody playing. Oh, look at that shot coming in from the balcony with the MPX. He's going to find the headshot on the Mike. That's a cover that was left, but now that you have the flank what's dead, what are you going to do? Doctor will just fall back as of now. There's nothing that he will be converting so far, but Veneno is going to be on site. Doctor making his way back. Well, Sexy K is the one who's walking here. He's going to be disconnecting anytime soon now. Still watching this angle, but Slayer goes down and Mojic finds another. Sexy K will eventually disconnect, so it's all down to Veneno all of a sudden in a 1 versus 3. That he's got to clutch once again. The Echo just gets spotted out by the drone. He's going to take that drone away. He's watching this doorway that is opening up an avenue all the way on towards the side of Jewelry. Still watching this. He's making his way in. The Zofia charge has come in. He's going to find that Zofia and that quick finisher to the body. Shulker goes down. A 1 versus 2 still. He's got to make this clutch happen. Mojo still be watching that angle, and the breach from the side of Cobra is happening as well. The Hibana making perfect use of utility. It's these Japanese operators facing off each other along with the Maverick to that addition as well. He's going to notice the Hibana, but he's not going to win that gunfight, as that will be Cobra coming alive on the Hibana here. Definitely a frag that was very important to land, and the Rios request is coming from this. Oh, look at that flick from the Hibana. A Rios request has come in from the side of Level 0 Esports, as we'll be heading into that. We'll be right back on round 11 in just a moment. 5-5 is the score, and the equalizer has come in, and it only stands to see who's going to be the victor towards the end of this match. We'll be back resuming this in just a while.
Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, we are back from the rehost for the game between Level 0 Esports and Never Diamonds on the map of Cafe Dostoevsky. And am I ever a happy camper to report the fact that the score is equalized on 5-5 on round 11 from a roll swap score of 4-2. Actually, post roll swap round 7 score of 5-2. Never Diamonds have definitely stood up for themselves right now, and they have made the 3-round comeback that they needed to before things got too out of hand. And now rounds 11 and 12 are going to be the most important rounds of this match, because because either team has the chance to go to match point and to the victory from this point onwards. It could be Level 0 Esports, it could be Never Diamonds, or it could be overtime. Foxy, how do you feel about what we are seeing right now?
Attackers have located a bomb.
No. Well, I am definitely, I would say surprised, but more than that, I'm very happy as well that Never Diamonds have made crawled their way back, and more than that, they've had some good runs recently. Never Diamonds being one of those teams where the meme goes, the throw games, right? So being on the other end of it, Never Diamonds finally just brushing off that meme that is on them, making sure that they get themselves this victory. They're giving a very fitting fight right now for the side of Level 0 Esports. We'll be seeing Level 0. I think they've got to hain up right now, because if they don't, Never Diamonds is going to take them for a ride, and more than that, is going to convert that into a victory for them as well. We'll be seeing ourselves head into round 11, and the action phase is up and running. Once again, breach will be happening on the side of Cigars. That is going to be a priority for the side, these attackers, to gain control on. Zofia still holding on in this Rappel game, while we have a Slidge and Maverick on. Actually, that's a triple Rappel game coming in from him. No aggression this time, not from the side of Level 0 either. That means it's going to give them all the while more advantage for just straight up walking in or rappelling in. But Invi is going to win that fight. I think that was. Where does that come from? Oh, that was the run out from all the way from White Stairs. Oh boy, the refrag has come into play, but this doctor still waiting for going for this peak that he'll be making anytime soon now. That's not a peak that he wants to be doing anymore. Out of all the operators, it was Envy with the Echo who wanted to go for that run out of. I don't know what they were thinking, but I could have sent the Valkyrie instead. I don't know, man. Still got the Yokais. There are no IQ, mind you, on the side of Never Diamonds. Oh, looks like Doctor has got this run out, but the Nomad's air jab is going to catch him off, and that is why he's going to fall back. But this is Hibana who tried to go for that. He actually did go for trying to get that frag onto Doctor, but nothing to convert here as of now. Slayer will be alright, rocking the Diamond Charm. In fact, he's playing a little too close. He's got the Maverick to worry about, but just going to bring out a C4, but nothing to connect here because the angle is a little off. Still watching this angle, but meanwhile, Doctor comes out alive as Shulker gives himself a frag onto Windero. It's a really nice shot that has come down. 2 or 3 versus 3 now. There's no more C4s left. All the C4s will be expelled. Doctor is picking up a fight of his own. But look at this. Slayer comes out of nowhere. He's going to get a frag onto Mike. There's a Maverick and the Zofia still waiting in patience. But Maverick's actually going to disconnect. It's all down to Shulker now, the Zofia. And then 1 versus 3 that he's got for himself. Shulker still watching this angle. There's a Valkyrie trying to find some pre-fires, but they don't know that he's very safe and sound inside Lubaski area. He's going to find that sprint coming in from Slayer. So 1 versus 2, Doctor and Sexy Case. All that is left alive for the Saddle Level 0 as well. Doctor just trying to fight somebody in the vicinity of himself and the cameras that he's placed, but there's not enough time left for Shulker to clutch this one out unless he happens to bring out something really amazing. Some amaze balls play that will come out from the Zofia, but no time left. There's no diffuser as well for command, and everybody on the levels of the side of Level 0 Esports will just be coming back, playing on the back foot, get themselves round 11 on board, and that will be Level 0 Esports taking us to match point. Finally, long overdue in their favor. 6-1 is going to be the score, and no rehost will be awarded because both these teams fused there, and that means Never Diamonds will be on the man deficit on a 4-5 on this, what looks like could be potentially the last round that we'll get to see if this match Blackjack, what do you have to say about that?
Oh boy, this is certainly heating up, isn't it? 6-5 is the scoreline right now on round 12 on Cafe Dostoevsky and Level Zero Esports. Looks like despite the comeback being almost like the equalizer comeback came out from the side of Never Diamonds, but after that, everything after that Level Zero has shown us, it might not. It might still be a loss for the side of ND, and we do see Mojo come back, but at pretty much the worst possible time, because he's come back right in the in-between loading screen of the match. Oh no. Anybody who has played any Rainbow Six at all knows exactly what this feels like, to be caught in the waiting screen. Not even at like the title screen, not even at. Oh, okay. Mojo hasn't been given an operator for that matter. So looks like he will not be. He just wasn't back in time to get an operator for himself. Apparently his game keeps crashing, which is unfortunate for him. But yeah, Rainbow Six crashing has been a bit of an issue recently. Hopefully a fix can be deployed soon, because the new season of Operation Steel Wave is coming to our games very, very soon. In fact, I believe it is either Monday or Tuesday at the end of the free weekend that is currently going on. So very exciting times ahead for our 6, new players, new seasons, and lots of new things indeed, as we've got Jaeger going for a runout right now. Envy once again, this time actually playing an operator who can deal with a runout. Not that Echo is a terrible runout option, but given the fact that we're playing competitive Rainbow Six right now, Echo isn't exactly a good option at all to be using for a runout in this situation. So Veneno picking up the Jaeger and sitting closer to site is the better option, and Envy can just do whatever Envy does with the use of the Jaeger. We've already got a breach in towards site. Hello, there's a site rush right now. Shulker and 6ix9ine have made their way in. Shulker's already going for the plant, but 6ix9ine has been taken out in the meanwhile. 6K and Doctor are going to take down Shulker and 6ix9ine. That is a quick double kill, and that is going to stop the defuse plant and drop the diffuser inside a site, as Envy's going to find one more. That is Mike off the board. All down to Cobra. In a 1 versus 5, he's going to find one. That is going to be Slayer off the board, but there's a Prone Peek coming in from the Jaeger, who is snaking his way through. He's going to be chasing the Hibana right now. Hibana knows this. He's going to go for the counter peek, and he's going to find one. Will he find any more than this, though? He's got to if he wants to keep his team alive. Never Diamonds, of course, they are absolutely up against the wall right now. Lots of pings coming out from the drones that have been left all over the map, but the intel devices from the side of the defense are also giving away the position of the Hibana. They know that she's on the red stairs right now. Barker is going for the peek, and there we go. The headshot is not the headshot, but the kill is confirmed. Doctor with the final shot onto the Hibana will seal the deal. And unfortunate for Never Diamonds, even though they had a good chance of winning this match after that 3-round comeback, post-rehost Level Zero have won Cafe Dostoevsky. They are your victors, 7-5. Well, that's gonna do it for the second game of today between Level Zero Esports and Never Diamonds. And of course, second game of today means there is a bit of a refresher in order for our viewers at home. The first game we had was between Demus Force and Mercenaries on Coastline. Demus Force won that 7-3. And this game that we just saw, of course, was Level Zero Esports versus Never Diamonds on Cafe Dostoevsky. Level Zero won that 7-5. Well played to both teams, especially to Level Zero Esports, of course, because they are the victors, but well played to Never Diamonds as well. Well attempted because they gave it their all. Unfortunately, just not enough to win out against the absolute insanity that Level Zero just wants to pull out all the time, every day. With that being said, we are going to be taking a bit of a break before we come back to your screens with the final 2 matches of the day. Union Gaming will be taking on East Samurai Games, and Reckoning Esports will be taking on Sun Asia Esports. a little bit later towards the night in a second stream. So that should be very, very exciting indeed. So stay tuned for those matches coming up to your screens very, very shortly. But that's going to do it for myself, Blackjack, and my co-caster Foxy. And we will see you with those games in just a while. Stay tuned.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.